Alright guys, hello, this is Matt with MH Motors again, bringing at you a review of this great 1/18 scale Maisto Lamborghini Huracan. It is the coupe, and so I just wanted to bring a review to you, and we'll get it reviewed. But as I was stating in the previous videos, I wanted to add a little twist. So I am reviewing this 1/18 scale, but next to the real deal. A real 1/1 scale Lamborghini Huracan. Same color and everything. This thing is just a beauty. This scale model is a pretty dang good scale model compared to the real life Lamborghini Huracan. Only some minor differences, but we'll get to that here in a second. So just wanted to go over the outside a little bit. So comparing the front ends, if you look, there's not much of a difference. This scale model is pretty good. It's got the air intakes and the vents in the front. Perfect. The badging. Even if my camera can capture those headlights detail with the lines and the LED lines in the headlights, it's pretty dang good compared to the real life headlights. So moving right along to the side. One thing you'll notice, my friend here does have aftermarket wheels compared to the scale model wheels. So he does track this. This car, I believe, is the current world record holder for the shift sector half-mile drag race. When you get to the back here, you can see that it has slicks as the rear tires. This thing is quick. But the scale model does a pretty good job of notating everything. You got the lines that are on the mirrors there, comparing to the lines of the real car. It's great. The one difference, it doesn't show yellow as the brake calipers if my camera will focus, but those can easily be painted for this scale model compared to the real. Moving down the side here, you'll notice that the scale model does do a great job with showing the side intake. The side vent there at the bottom of the side skirt, pretty cool. And as you can see, the side labeling for the LP610-4 for four-wheel drive, it is pretty realistic compared to the real marking and the badging on the car in person. So one thing to note, my favorite parts are these door handles. They pop out. Isn't that just cool? All right, let's move around to the back. You can see the slicks. Look at those things. Super, super cool. Hoosier tires. One of the best for drag racing. Just amazing. So as we get into the rear of the vehicle, we'll compare it to the real and the scale. So let's zoom out here. So comparing the scale model, it's pretty close. The tailpipes are silver on the scale, but in real life there are of course multiple options to get aftermarket exhaust. He does have aftermarket exhaust that does blur the silver and blend it into the black. So it is more discreet, blending into the black diffuser and bumper parts on the real one. But for a scale model, the scale is pretty good at showing everything. Without further ado, let's get into the interior. So getting in, one of the coolest features also of this is the key. If you press unlock, as you can see, opens the door handles. That is just awesome. So getting in here, what a beautiful interior. This Alcantara everywhere with yellow stitching. And there you go. There's our 1/18 scale ready to go. But it's just amazing. The amount of detail, of course, they put into real life Lamborghinis. In a way, transitions into the scale model. The console here, really cool with the push to start button and push to stop. It's pretty race-like. And a fun fact, this Lamborghini actually, I don't know if I stated it before, but it is the current world record holder for Lamborghini Huracan on a half-mile drag. So this car goes to an event called Shift Sector a lot, and does have the world record for a half-mile drag, and I believe it's speed-wise. So looking at this scale model right here, I'm kind of getting an angle here that kind of gives you as much lighting as possible. Looking through the windshield, you can see it is a lot of black on this scale model. That is kind of common. It is a lot of black leather on the real car, but it does, of course, it is a Maisto scale model, so it is missing the yellow stitching, of course, and some of the interior parts look a little plastic, a little bit more plasticky than normal. So you can see the center console has silver trim comparing to the real model. It does got silver trim with the surrounding with the carbon fiber pieces, as well as the red push to start and the Alcantara with yellow stitching. So this is about the extent of the interior on this scale model. It does have, again, some silver pieces on the interior, some black, a lot of black actually, a lot of black plastic. So as far as fine details, the center console does look really good on this scale model. You can see right there the red push button is really good, but as far as everything else, the dash, the seats, everything is pretty black. So, you know, there is room for improvement with higher end models, but for this one, it's not bad compared to the real scale model. Everything black leather with black Alcantara, yellow stitching with some silver accents, as you can see. So moving along, we're going to be getting into, I want to show you the engine bay comparison as well as the front comparison, the front trunk comparison. So first off, the buttons, as you can see, are down there, but what we got to do first is get the power going. So we're going to push this button, get the dash on, everything on, and then go ahead and push that button to open it up. So here we go. Alright, so let's get this opened. Instantly, such an amazing engine bay. We got the forged carbon fiber all the way through this engine bay. Nice wide open. Again, he does have a lot of weight reduction in this. It is a drag racing car. But for the comparison, it'll do the trick. Mostly comparing the scale model. And again, scale model does have some pros. As you can see, it shows the bracing bars on the engine, on the V10 engine. But it does have a lot of plastic trim pieces, as you can see, comparing it to what was in here. And a lot of other models do have carbon fiber trim pieces on the real car, but again, this is taken out due to rate reduction and so forth. But comparing the scale model, there's not a lot to see in the engine bay, but it does show some detail on top of the engine itself. So again, focusing on the engine bay, you have some detail in terms of the writing on the engine and the bracing, but everything else in the engine bay on this model is a bunch of black plastic. But that is the normal type of trim that are on these cars. But just again, this one does have a lot of it removed, and if it will focus, you can see a lot of the bare bones wiring and engine components. So it's moving along right to the frunk. Comparing the frunk to the frunk of the scale model. If you were to add back in the pieces, the trim pieces that were taken out due to the weight reduction, again, very, very similar. So everyone, thanks again for watching, and this is again a review for the 1/18 scale Lamborghini Huracan in yellow. That is the coupe version. And again, it was very exciting to make this video, that I had the opportunity to utilize this real life car to bring to you a unique video, unique twist to these scale model reviews. That was my goal for this YouTube channel here, and hopefully again in the future we'll have more to come, similar to videos like this. And again, thanks for watching, and if you do enjoy what you're seeing, hit that subscribe button. There are going to be more future videos like this, so I'd like to bring to you the best of my ability, the best videos that I could bring to you. So this is going to be a super fun project coming up. So again, thanks for watching, and we'll see ya.